Birds of Celtic magic ride, soaring over Erin, bathed in morning light through the ancient stones, and the hawthorn's soft bloom, chasing shadows, dispelling the gloom. The old woman by the hearth, her eyes like the sea, she tells of the raven and what it can be. A message from far lands, or a soul taking flight across the deep valleys and into the night. Oh, little wings of wonder, birds of Celtic magic ride, soaring over Erin, bathed in morning light through the ancient stones, and the hawthorn's soft bloom, chasing shadows, dispelling the gloom.
All right, let's jump right in. I want you to picture a typical Irish garden for a second. You can probably hear the bird song in your head, see a little flash of color darting into a bush. It all feels so familiar, doesn't it? But what if I told you there's a whole world of drama, of epic stories unfolding right there, right outside your window, that you've probably never really seen?
And I mean, how well do you really know them? You know, beyond just a quick glance or hearing that same familiar song in the morning.
Because those birds in your garden, the ones we see every single day and kind of take for granted, well, they are the main characters in some of Ireland's oldest legends. And believe it or not, some pretty surprising daily battles.
So today, we're gonna pull back the curtain on that world. And we're gonna start with a creature that is literally the stuff of myth and legend.
Let me introduce you to the wren, or as it's known in Irish, the Dreoilín. You've almost certainly heard its song. It's impossibly loud, just bursting out of a hedge. But the story behind this tiny, tiny bird is so much bigger than you can imagine.
I mean, it is so hard to get your head around just how small this bird is. It's practically weightless, just a tiny, round, brown ball of feathers that never, ever stops moving, with its little tail always sticking straight up in the air.
And that right there is the key. For a creature that weighs less than a couple of sugar cubes, its song is just this explosion of sound you can hear from 100 meters away. It's a massive personality crammed into the tiniest package. So how on earth did it get its royal title?
Well, it all goes back to this brilliant old legend. All the birds decided to pick a king, and the rule was simple. Whoever could fly the highest gets the crown. So of course, the massive eagle soars up, way above everyone else. But just as he's about to declare victory, the sneaky little wren, who'd been hiding on his back the whole time, just pops up and flutters a tiny bit higher. See? It won the crown not with strength, but with pure cleverness. Okay, so from a clever king, let's move on to a fierce warrior, another garden resident you think you know, but probably don't.
Ah, the robin. We all know the robin, right? It's on all the Christmas cards. It follows you around when you're gardening. It seems so friendly, so gentle. But that cheerful image we all have, it hides a surprisingly aggressive little secret.
Just look at this breakdown. That beautiful red breast, it's not a friendly hello, it's a bright red "Get Out" sign. Robins defend their patch of land with an incredible ferocity, and fights between them can get really vicious, sometimes even deadly. And here's the really wild part. In winter, both the males and the females hold their own separate territories, and that beautiful, sad-sounding song you hear is actually them screaming at every other robin to stay away.
So beyond the king and the warrior, there's this whole other community of birds out there. They're often in the background, kind of overlooked, but they are every bit as fascinating. Let's meet a few of the characters you'll find on the ground floor.
Okay, quick fire round. That quiet, gray-brown, sort of mouse-like bird shuffling under the bird feeder, that's a Dunnock. Its secret? An unbelievably complicated love life where females often have multiple partners. Then there's the Song Thrush, famous for its gorgeous, repetitive song, but it's also a tool user. It finds a favorite stone and uses it as an anvil to smash open snail shells. And the Blackbird? We all love that mellow, flute-like song, but it also has one of the most stressful, rattling alarm calls you'll ever hear. Now let's look up from the lawn to the acrobats in the branches, the tit family. First up, the smallest of the Irish tits, the Coal Tit. If you see a tiny, busy bird at your feeder, look for one thing, that bright white patch on the back of its black head.
It's the only one of our tits that has it. It's a dead giveaway.
Then, of course, there's the blue tit. You can't miss this little spark of color, with its brilliant blue and yellow. These are the garden's acrobats, famous for hanging completely upside down on feeders and for being incredibly clever. They're the ones who famously learned how to peck through milk bottle tops back in the day.
And finally, we have the boss of the family, the Great Tit. It's the biggest, the boldest, and you can spot it by that thick black stripe running right down its chest. At the bird feeder, this is the one in charge, and you'll often see it chasing the smaller birds away.
Okay, so we've met the king, the warrior, and the community, but I've saved one more secret for last. This is a bird so small, so well hidden, that finding one is like discovering a tiny living jewel.
This right here is Europe's smallest bird. And yes, it lives right here in Ireland. But seeing one, well, that takes a bit of patience, because they spend almost their entire lives flitting about right at the very tops of trees, always on the move.
Now, just to put this into perspective, a Goldcrest weighs less than a single teaspoon of sugar. It's almost nothing. It seems completely impossible that a creature so fragile can survive a cold, wet Irish winter, but it does. It's a true miracle of nature. What you're looking for is a tiny, hyperactive little ball of olive green fluff. But the real giveaway, the feature that gives it its name, is that incredible crown, a bright yellow stripe outlined in black. And if you're really lucky, you'll see a male flash the fiery orange feathers right in the center. It's an absolutely stunning sight.
So now that you know a bit more about these incredible little creatures, you might be thinking, how can I help them out? How can I see more of this? Well, the good news is, it's actually way easier than you think to turn your garden into a 5-star hotel for your feathered neighbors. And really, it all comes down to these 4 simple steps. Variety is key. Offer different types of food and you'll get different types of birds. A simple, shallow dish of clean water is absolutely essential for drinking and bathing. Planting dense bushes and hedges gives them somewhere safe to hide from predators and bad weather. And finally, putting up a simple nest box can give a pair of birds a safe home to raise their family.
So, the next time you look out your window, I hope you don't just see birds. I hope you see the clever king, the fierce warrior, the skilled tool user, and maybe, just maybe, that hidden little jewel in the treetops. Their secret lives are happening all around us, all the time. The only question is, what will you discover?